855-5225, or online at DaveRamsey.com. Click Dave's email. Keep those brief and to the point. We'll do our best to answer them as a part of the show today. Danielle starts off this hour in Salt Lake City. Hey, Danielle, welcome to the Dave Ramsey Show.
Thank you. Hey, I just need some encouragement or how to go about, maybe your wife has this perspective, of how to talk to my spouse. Because I'm non-confrontational, and he just figures we're just doing the best we can and doesn't want to talk about it, and I feel put down. I just need some encouragement on how to go about doing that, because we are very into debt.
How much debt do you have?
We probably have first mortgage, second mortgage is over $200,000.
What other debt?
My husband has, I would say, probably between $70,000 and $90,000 in school loans. Just a lot of credit card debt.
How much in credit cards?
You know what? I couldn't even tell you. My husband takes care of the finances, and that's our other thing, is I don't feel like we're a team. And because of that, I don't know what's going on. And
how long have you been married?
28 years.
Really?
Yeah.
What does he do for a living?
He is a religious instructor.
He's a what?
A teacher, a religious instructor.
A religious instructor. Okay. All right.
One of our big things is I feel like we are doing what the insanity thing, the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over, hoping it will get better next time, and we just keep doing that. And I've said that to him before, but when he will ask, do I have a better solution, I cave, because I'm not the one going out and looking for refinance things, or I'm not looking to say, oh, can we refinance the car and use that money, the extra money that we might get from that, to pay for this, or to pay for Christmas, or different things like that. That's not what I'm doing.
What does he earn a year? Do you have any idea?
Around 75 to 80, and then I work part-time, and I don't know, I couldn't tell you for sure what I make, because it's just off and on. I make probably around $1,000 a month.
Okay. All right. So you're approaching $100,000 a year, 85 to 100, somewhere in there. Is your overall income. You've been married 28 years, and you still don't have a voice in your relationship. Religious instructor is interesting. Are you guys LDS? Are you evangelical Christians? What are you?
We are LDS.
Okay. All right.
I think the thing that happened was he grew up with a father who taught them to go out and get credit, and that's all he's ever known how to do. We've never had a budget. When I asked in the beginning if we could do a budget, he said it just makes it hard, because then you can never do anything, because your money's always in a budget. But I don't think he's ever really looked at it with, you put money aside in your budget for some things, or whatever, but it's gotten harder and harder.
Well, I'm trying, the reason I'm asking some of these questions is not to just be intrusive, but I'm trying to figure out which door that we might get to his heart, okay? And without this being some kind of a put down. And you can correct me if I'm wrong, but I think I know a little bit about the fact that debt is something that the LDS leadership has come against very strongly.
Oh yeah.
And so, from a religious standpoint or a spiritual standpoint, I think that might, since he's an instructor in that, it seems almost inconsistent, doesn't it?
Right.
And so it might be that you could just say, hey, God doesn't want us living like this. And so, yes, I have another solution. I want us to go through Financial Peace University and learn what God's Word says about money, and learn that that and apply that so we can get on a written plan and so we can be out of debt. Because the Bible's real clear on saving money, on getting out of debt, on being on a written plan. Those are all biblical things that he should be able to line up with. Mm-hmm. If his pride isn't in the way, or if he doesn't see this whole conversation as a put down, like somehow he's inept.
Yeah.
Okay, but definitely you guys need a new plan because your current plan's bad.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, no question about that. That is the insanity thing for sure. And just the question is best how to negotiate through a 28-year marriage and get a home run where you guys learn to work together and you have a voice and you do that in a healthy, non-toxic way. And I think that can be done. That can be done, but maybe the way to open it is through, maybe the door to open is the spiritual door, and maybe we can go through that one.
Yeah.
And that might do that. In other words, I often can work with people of faith and say, hey, this is a reflection of your faith. It's a bad witness. Yeah. And people become convicted there where maybe instead of just going, hey, dude, you're not listening to your wife, you twerp, I'm going to smack you, I mean, you can do that, but it usually doesn't work,
Right.
And so what I'm about is somehow getting him to not just listen to you, but to consider some new ways of doing things. And that one of those is to learn to listen to you.
Well, he actually knows that in the times because we've gone back and forth where I've taken care of the finances and then he has. And one time when he made a choice and a decision without me, and later down the road when I was taking care of the finances, it came to me having to deal with it. And I said, sorry, I'm not going to, I don't know how to create a finance. Mm-hmm. And so it went back to him, and he's had it ever since. But
and so I think back and forth that either one of you is not going to work. It's together we've got to do this, number one, and then number two, we need some new processes and some new information that we're not operating on.
Yeah.
And I can give you that. If I give you Financial Peace University as a class, I'll put you on hold and give that to you as a gift. There's plenty of classes taught in the Salt Lake area. We'd love to have you as our guest. And just, but the only contingency is I don't want you going by yourself because I don't want to cause problems for you. I want him to go with you. And so the gift is contingent upon the both of you going together because I want to help your marriage, not cause harm to it. And again, I think if you'll do a little bit of research on what the leadership in LDS is saying about tithing and about debt and about stuff like that, it's going to line up exactly with what I teach. This is the Dave Ramsey Show.